So students, today is the first section of our subject quantity surveying. We will see basics about the subject. In this subject, we will cover all the calculations of quantities along with the final amount required for an interior project. So, for that, we will deeply study all the interior design materials, traditional as well as newly introduced in market, with their current market rates. The subject include easy and basic mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, cross multiplication, and also conversion of different units of measurement with each other. Easy? Students, for practicing as an interior designer, you should be able to convert one unit into other unit of measurement. And you should also know for a particular material which is the unit of measurement available in market. Like every material has different unit of measurement, and also the thickness, format and size available in market for that particular material is different. For example, plywood is available in market for the various thicknesses like 2 mm, 4 mm, 6 mm, 8 mm, 12 mm, 18 mm, etc. Then it is available in sheet format. See students, most of the materials are available in market sheet format. Most of the interior material I am talking about. Size of the sheet of a plywood is 8 feet by 4 feet size. This is the standard size of plywood sheet or any sheet format material is available in this size. Then according to the thickness, the rate vary. Obviously, like 4 mm plywood sheet is low in cost, as 18 mm plywood sheet will cost more because it contains more material. While learning the subject, you will get an overall idea about what are the basic materials that are required for an interior design project. Then you will get all the information about a particular material like specifications. Now, what is specification? Specifications means all the details about any material. Specification is very important factor in quantity surveying. We should know the detailed specification about each and every material. You will also be able to understand which thickness of plywood is applied on which part of a furniture. Like one furniture unit has different plywood in sizes attached to it according to the requirement. So, students, you will get the idea about what thickness of plywood will be sufficient for each and every part of a particular furniture unit. I have just given you an example of plywood, but it is available to all the materials that we use while designing an interior. So students, like this, we will study all the basic materials required for a project. Then, how to calculate their quantities. And after calculation of quantities, we will multiply it with their current market rate available with unit of measurement. And we will calculate an approximate amount required for construction of a particular furniture. For that, we will list all the materials required for a furniture. And then we will start calculating the quantities of every material one by one. After calculating quantities, we will multiply all material with their individual market rate. And then we will get approximate amount required for that furniture unit. This is calculation part of the subject. Okay, students? Then in the theory part, we will cover estimate in detail. Then types of estimate, methods of estimation, and last, rate analysis. All these topics will be covered in our subject. So, we will begin. First of all, we'll see what is the meaning of quantity. Quantity is defined as an amount, measure, or number of a material. Every material available in market is measured in some unit. That amount is quantity. Then, what is quantity surveying? It is a method which calculates the amount of materials needed for building work and how much they will cost. In our construction industry, cost is very important factor. The overall budget of a project depends on the cost, and cost depend on the type, quality and specification of a certain material. Then, why we need to learn deeply the subject? Do you have any idea? Yes, we need to thoroughly, deeply learn the subject because in our professional practice, we need to calculate estimate, that is budget of the project. Client will ask you, what will be the final cost of my project after completion? That is, how much amount will be required for the construction? For what? So that he can do the necessary arrangement of finance, which is the main factor, right? The client will give you his requirements and total budget that he can afford. Now, it's your responsibility to complete the project within the budget. For that, you need to study materials you're going to use, their quantities and their current market rate. Yes, the current market rate. Whenever you are going to prepare an estimate for a project, you need to do a market study. Market study like the current market rate available in the market for each and every material. Like in our interior design industry, day-to-day life, new materials are coming in the market and the rates are fluctuating. So, for the exact estimate of a project, we need to do a market study, right? When you design, you get the overall idea what material you are going to use for that particular project. And if you learn how to calculate the quantity of a material, you can easily multiply it by the rate and get the final amount required, right? So, for that, you should know what are the units of measurement. So, next we'll see what are the units of measurement. For this session, students, please bring 30 centimeter scale or a measuring tape, and a calculator is a must. A basic calculator will do. Please bring that for the next session. What you are looking at the screen? Millimeter, centimeter, meter, feet. These are the unit of measurement for measuring any length, right? Then kg and liter. These are unit for measurement of weight of any material, right? Then square meter, square feet and cubic meter, right? These units are available for calculation of area of any material, right? These are some of the units of measurements which are used for the different materials or measurements. This is the example of area calculation. Like we have studied in school, the basic rectangular objects area calculation. You all know this. This is the basic rule of multiplying the horizontal dimension by vertical dimension. You get the area of any rectangular or square object or material. In our interior design market, we have plywood, laminate, veneer, these type of materials which are available in sheet format, that is 8 feet by 4 feet size sheet. So what we should do for area calculation? You should multiply horizontal value into vertical value. So you will get the area of the sheet, right? It is a basic mathematics we have studied in school. So it is also applied in quantity surveying calculation. Okay. Then this is the method for calculating a rectangular material. So what about the materials in market available in 3 dimension? That is like materials like brick and stone. These materials are available in 3 dimension. Like if you want to calculate the area of the material, you need to calculate height, length and width. So what will be the answer? The answer will be in cubic meter. So area of that particular material will be getting in cubic meter. Okay. So this is next we should study how to convert different types of units into each other. Okay. You can see the scale on the screen. This is a 30 centimeter scale. You can see the value 0 to 1. There are 10 vertical lines in between, that is mm. So you can count that lines. There are 10 lines. So there are 10 mm is equal to 1 centimeter, right? Like that, if you calculate, you know 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Then you should know the values in inches and feet, right? How to convert centimeter into inches. So I have shown you the arrows that 0 to 2.5, right? That is 1 inch. You should always know 1 inch on your finger, first finger, okay? Just place the scale and finger, okay? You should know 1 inch is equal to 2.5 centimeter and how much it is measured on your finger, okay? So you should practice this at your home. Take the centimeter scale and calculate 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch and vice versa. Complete the 30 centimeter scale. You will get to know that this 30 centimeter scale contains 12 inches, right? 12 inches is equal to 1 foot, okay? 1 foot is equal to 30 centimeter. If you multiply 2.5 by the value, you will get the answer, okay? Now next, for conversion of millimeter into centimeter, you should divide the value by 10. For example, if you want to convert 10 mm, I will divide the mm value by 10. So I'll get the answer in centimeter, that is 1 centimeter. Then next, for if you want to convert centimeter into millimeter, so it is a reverse calculation. So if in the first calculation we have divided the value, so in the reverse calculation you should multiply the value by 10. So for example, if I want to convert 10 centimeter into mm, what I'll do? I'll multiply 10 value by 10. So I'll get the answer in mm, that is 100 mm, right? Next, for the conversion of centimeter into meter, you should divide the value by 100. So for example, if I want to convert 100 centimeter, I will divide the value by 100. So I'll get the answer 1 meter. Okay. Then if I want to convert meter into centimeter, what I'll do? I'll multiply it by 100. So 1 meter is equal to 1 multiplied by 100 is equal to 100 centimeter. So easy, right students? It is very easy. You can see the scale. The upper dimension is in feet and the lower bottom dimension is in meter. So you can identify how many meters is equal to how many feet on the scale. Okay, it is a basic scale. If I want to convert meter into feet, what I should do? I should multiply the meter value by 3.28. Now what is 3.28? It is a conversion factor or value to convert meter into feet. Okay. You should always remember this value for conversion of meter into feet. For example, if I want to convert 7 meter into feet, what I'll do? I'll multiply 7 value by 3.28. Then I'll get the answer 22.96 feet. If you have the calculator, please take it out and do the calculation with me. The value approximately 23 feet is the answer. Okay. So, this is a basic conversion factor. And if I want to reverse the calculation, what I'll do? I will divide the value. Like I want to convert it feet into meter. So I'll divide the feet value by 3.28. For example, I want to convert 23 feet. So I'll divide 23 by 3.28. I'll get the answer. That is 7 meters. Right? Easy? Now you should do a homework. You take any value and convert it into feet into meter or meter into feet. Please do that. Now if I want to convert square meter into square feet, I will multiply the value, square meter value by 10.764. When I want to convert it from meter into feet, I have used 3.28 value. Now I want to convert square meter into square feet. So the conversion factor is 10.764. You should learn this value. Okay, you need to apply this value everywhere. Okay, so for example, if I want to convert the area of any material, rectangular material, I got the area of any plywood or anything, 12 square meter, for example. I want to convert it in square feet because I want the vendor to understand the square feet unit. Okay. So I'll multiply the 12 value by 10.764 and I'll get the answer as 129.17 square feet. That is approximately 129 square feet, right? Easy, right? If you do the practice, it is very easy. Now next, vice versa. If I want to convert from square feet into square meter, what I should do? I will divide the square feet value by 10.764. For example, convert 129 square feet. What I will do? Divide it by 10.764. So I'll get the answer approximately 12 square meter. Take some value and do it yourself. Okay? You can see the table on the screen. I have given inches, foot, centimeter, meter calculation conversion. On the right hand side you can see the scale, 30 centimeter scale. I have given you the arrows which indicates 2.5 centimeter is equal to 1 inch. So if you add 1 inch, you will get what? 30 centimeter is equal to 1 foot, that is 12 inches. We all know 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Okay. So I'll read out the table. You read the table with me. So 1 inch is equal to 0 feet 1 inches. That is 2.5 centimeters. That is 0.025 meter. Next, 2 inches is equal to 0 feet 2 inches is equal to 5 centimeter. That is 0.05 meter. Like this, you have to complete the table up to 3 meters. Yes, up to 3 meters. This is your homework. Please complete this table up to 3 meters. So you will get the idea, overall idea, how to basically convert inches into foot, into centimeter and meter. Okay. If you do this table, you will get enough practice to convert inches, feet, centimeters and meters. So for today, that's all my students. Hope you understood the first topic of our syllabus. Please do the practice and we'll meet in the next session. Thank you very much students for listening patiently.